Welcome to this tutorial on CorelDraw. My name is Benjamin Jacobs, and today we're going to draw a palm tree using the freehand tool, and we'll also use the shape tool, and we'll do a lot of copying and pasting. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to explain the freehand tool a little bit. There's a couple different ways to use this tool. You can draw with it, or you can use it as a line tool. So we're going to try both ways just to get familiar with this thing. So if I click on this guy and then click and drag, I can make some, really free-form shapes. And then I let go. And then I've got a shape, and then I can color it. As long as my endpoint, I'm pretty close, it's going to snap to the endpoint. And so that's pretty neat if, I want to draw an aerial view of a golf course. But I want a palm tree. I want a pretty specific shape. So I'm going to delete that. To use the same tool in a different way, I click on it. Instead of just clicking and dragging and making a shape with my mouse, I'm going to click and then move my cursor up, double click, move my cursor down, double click, move my cursor to the end point as close as I can, and then click. And then I can click on a color, and I can see the shape that I've created. That's pretty cool. Now I want to take this shape, and I want to curve this line over here, and I want to curve this line over here. And I'm kind of unable to do that. Even if I grab my shape tool, I can't really curve it. It says that I might be able to, but I can't. But I can move the points around, so that's kind of neat. Well, I want to really curve it, so I have to take these straight lines and I have to make them curved lines, right? So I'm going to select them all just by clicking and dragging a rectangle around it with that tool selected. I go up here and hit Convert Line to Curve. I click on that, and now my lines can be bendable. Now it's like a rubber band, which is very useful for creating kind of free-flowing shapes, but controllable. Again, I could use this pencil tool and try to draw that like this, and you could get something pretty close. That's a little bit, once again, Fred Flintstone-like, which is cool for certain things, but I wanted something a little bit more locked down, so I'm going to delete that. So I got my tree trunk. Same concept. I want to make the palm fronds, but first I want to, make this a little bit smaller. I don't want this green. You can change color anytime, but I'll make it kind of a brownish. And now I'm going to make the palm fronds. Same thing. I'm going to grab the freehand tool, click, move my cursor, double click, move my cursor, double click, move my cursor, double click, move my cursor, click. That ends the stroke. Now I can color it green, and again, I can't shape these. They're nodes and stuff, but I they're not curved. And this in and of itself might be fine. It could be a real kind of a sharp angles, to make your palm fronds. But I want them more rounded, like the trunk here. So I grab the shape tool, select it all around it, and then I go to the curved line, and then I can literally, now, curve these if I'd like, or I can just select two of these nodes in the center and delete it, and I've got this kind of instant, curve action, and that's pretty handy. Now I can make a zillion other palm fronds, or 6 other palm fronds by drawing them again, or I can just take this and duplicate. So Control D, I duplicate it. I can move it over here. If I want it to mirror that same one, let me just delete this one. I can click on here, Control D, and then go up to here and mirror it. I can move it into position. I'm going to make another one based on this one. So select it, Control D, move it out of the way. If I click on it again, I'm now given the option to rotate these guys. I can rotate it. I can skew them, unskew them, and rotate them. This thing in the center is your access point, so it's rotating around that center. You can also click and drag and move it, so your access point could be there, or my access point could be here, kind of like a door hinge. So that'll work for me. I'm going to take this same guy, Control D, duplicate it, click on it again, and then move it how I want. I don't like that per se, so I'm going to mirror it so it's like a little bit fatter. I'm going to reduce the overall shape of it, and then I'm going to click on it again and then rotate it. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Click on it. I'm going to move the access point here. Just play around with these tools, and you will get really good at them, and you'll be able to create any shape you want just with that tool and the shape tool. So that kind of concludes this thing. It's nothing to write home about, but fairly quickly you can create these basic objects with a couple of tools. Do it really fast, and it's got a nice look to it. You can also to finish it off, you get the coconuts, and then you can create them by using just the traditional ellipse tool, creating the coconuts just like so. So hope you enjoyed this one. Hope it made some sense, and next time we'll maybe take something like this and making it a little more fleshed out, a little bit more detail. So again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.